Today I'm playing Recipe Roulette. This could be tasty or terrible. Let's do it. So the first element I'm going to be picking is a country. So let's shake it up, have a rummage, and the country is China. So we're off to a good start. Next up, a dish. So fingers crossed, and the dish will be incorporating quesadillas. Okay, interesting. And lastly, one ingredient I have to incorporate will be salami. Right, okay. This is a little tricky, but I think I have an idea. So I need to go shopping, and I'll see you back here in a few hours. And so I'm back with a load of ingredients, and this actually could be an amazing little dish or not. We'll see. So let's get cooking. First up, I need to pop an oven on and preheat it to 180 degrees. And as you can see here, the core element of this dish is actually going to be some crispy duck pancakes. Everyone loves duck pancakes. So I'm going to need a roasting tin. I've gone for a half duck here, so chuck that into the roasting tin, and then you want to pop that into the oven, and this is going to take about 35 to 40 minutes. Give it a little drizzle with some sesame oil, rub in the sesame oil and pop that in the oven. And while the duck is ticking away, I'm going to prepare some chili and garlic. So I'm going to take a couple of cloves of garlic, give them a crush with the back of a knife, remove the skins, and then dice up the garlic really nice and fine. With the chili, I'm going to nip off the top and then dice up the chili about the same size as the garlic. Stick the chili and garlic into a bowl, and then I'm going to pop a frying pan onto the hob, turn the heat between medium and high, add a splash of the sesame oil, and then chuck in the chili and the garlic. While that's sweating off, the next ingredient we have to incorporate into this one is the salami. So I've got some Italian salami Milano, and I'm simply going to chop that into small pieces. So dice up the salami, that also goes into a bowl, and then chuck the salami into the pan with the chili and the garlic. Give that a good mix through, and we want to caramelize the chili and garlic and start to get the salami a little bit crispy. And while that's ticking away, the next ingredient we're going to incorporate is some pak choi. So take your pak choi, give it a rinse, and then chop off the ends, and I'm going to dice this up really nice and fine. I'm going to be frying this off with the garlic, the chili, and the salami. So dice up your pak choi, and then just handful into the frying pan. Sea salt and freshly ground black pepper. Give that a good toss up, give it a stir, and do me a favour and quickly hit that subscribe button below. And now the duck is ready. So get your duck out of the oven, and then stick that on the side, and we're going to take a couple of forks and just shred that up. Make sure you remove the bones or any lumps of gristle. Chuck your shredded duck into a small bowl, and make sure that you shred that up as much as you can. It's much easier doing it now than in the pan. Next, chuck your duck into the pan, give that a good stir through, and then add a nice drizzle of your sesame oil. And then in the packet with the duck, you'll find you have some hoisin sauce. So add some of your hoisin. Do this bit by bit. So add a few blobs, give it a stir, give your duck a taste, and then if you need to, add the rest of your hoisin, maybe another drizzle of your sesame oil, and now the pancake filling is ready. Also in the packet with the duck, you'll have your little pancakes. So get a chopping board, and then one by one we're going to make our pancakes. So add a nice spoon of your duck into the pancake, roll that up and stick it to one side. And for one quesadilla, we're probably going to want about 4 or 5 pancakes. So once you've rolled up all the pancakes you're going to need, we're going to prepare a couple of things to add a bit of crunch and texture to the quesadillas. So take a bowl and a carrot, and grate your carrot into the bowl. We want a nice handful, and also we want some spring onions. So dice up your spring onions, chuck them into the bowl with the carrot, and next we want some salted peanuts. So get yourself a good pestle and mortar, add a good handful of the peanuts, and smash and grind away until you've got some nice crushed peanuts. And very quickly give the video a thumbs up by hitting the like button below. At this point, stick a non-stick pan onto the hob, turn the heat fairly low at this point, add a tiny dash of sesame oil, use a spatula to spread the oil out in the pan, and then we're going to want some tortilla wraps. This is a quesadilla after all, so we're going to use some cheddar, but we need something else to bring everything together, and so I've gone with some cream cheese. So spread a few blobs of cream cheese onto the tortilla, and then you want to take a box grater and a bowl and grate in some of your extra mature cheddar cheese. So pop your cream cheese smothered tortilla into the pan, turn the heat up to medium, and then you want to lay in your pancakes. Once the pancakes are in, add a handful of your carrot and your spring onion, and then sprinkle over a nice handful of your peanuts, and then finish with a nice pile of your cheddar cheese. Fold over the side of the tortilla, press it down with a spatula, and then we want to flip this every minute to 2 minutes or so to get the tortilla nice, crispy and toasted, and we want all that cheese to beautifully melt and go nice and gooey. So keep flipping it, lift up the side and check every now and again, and once the tortilla is crispy and the cheese is nicely melted, this rather strange quesadilla is ready to go, and then all that's left to do is give it a try. And you know what, believe it or not, this thing is actually delicious, so I think this one is a win. So be sure to join me next week for another Recipe Roulette.